buffeted by a powerful southerly, the Absa Cape Epic Field completed their second day's riding in the beautiful Elgin Valley. Single track was the name of the game as they sampled some of the most creative trails and bridges in the country. The sharp end of the race saw a battle royal between Investec-Songo-Specialized and Topeak Ergon as they went head-to-head for two-thirds of the 92 kilometres. Ultimately, it was Kulhavy and Sauser who turned up the heat and blasted away over the last 10 k's to take a second stage win and increase their overall lead. Lakata and Hynek gained reward for a good day's ride, taking second place. Although still second overall, the Bulls lost nearly 6 minutes and go into stage 3 without the valuable support of their backup team. Tim Boma crashed into a fence 15 kilometres from home and ruptured ligaments in his right shoulder, leaving Siemens Diebjan to ride in the outcast jersey, unable to assist Plattenhuber. There was high drama in the Sassel women's race where Investec-Songo-Specialized lost the overall lead after they were penalised an hour and 13 minutes. This after timer and tracker records revealed they had inadvertently taken a wrong turn, resulting in a shortcut of 4.5 kilometres. They will start stage 3 27 minutes behind the new leaders, who are the Ascendus Health team of Robin de Groot and Jenny Stennehaag. They were presented with the Sassel women's race leaders jersey at the evening's prize giving. After 2 stages, Investec-Songo-Specialized now 6 minutes and 45 seconds ahead of the Bulls, who are just 11 seconds clear of Topeak Ergon. The race for the Absa Africa jersey is wide open. Just 3 minutes and 43 seconds separates the top 4 teams, led by USN. De Groot and Stennehaag inherited the leader's jersey in the Sassel women's race and lead Mirandal Wheeler by 11 minutes and 44 seconds. Riciem are now 4th, just more than 27 minutes down. The race is wide open. In the mixed, Vessel and Craft will be in green for stage 3. Hasselbacher and Sommer just 135 back. It's almost as close in the Dimension Data Masters. Sim and Fitzenmeyer 150 down on the leaders. Bucher and Zorweg lead the Grand Masters. McLean and Anderson now in second. The longest stage of the race, stage 3 at 128 kilometres, takes the riders to Worcester. The day's biggest climb is Tierkop over the eastern flank of Groenlandberg. Then comes the Serpent. The distinct Karoo landscape awaits, but they must be wary of rocky descents towards the Brandvlei Dam and the finish at Worcester. At registration before the race, every rider receives a large Evoc hold-all into which they pack all the clothing and necessary personal effects required for a week on the move. While the riders make their way around the Western Cape by bicycle, their worldly goods are packed into the sizable and robust Evoc bags and are transported from one race village to the next. While the provision of parts and services to the riders is important, the likes of Rocky Mountain, Santa Cruz and Cannondale use the Absa Cape Epic as a testing ground for their latest state-of-the-art bikes. The variety of terrain is the ideal opportunity to put their machines under the microscope. New tyre partner Rubina will use the week as an opportunity to put their world-class Mitas tyres through the most rigorous of tests. More than 50% of the bikes have SRAM components, and the company will be using knowledge gained from a week of intense riding to plough back into research and development. Pink skies on a gorgeous morning greets the riders in the Elgin Valley. Day 4, the third full stage of the 2015 Absa Cape Epic. Team Investec-Specialized preparing for a fast start.
I'm feeling really good, very confident. Today is like a transition stage, so we must expect that the bunch will stay together for a little longer. So probably today will not be the day where we catch up most time, but we are aiming for catching up some time, and the hunt for orange is on.
We're obviously going to do our best to try and defend it. If we could keep it a few more days, it would be ideal. They are obviously very strong, the other team, so yeah, we're just going to see how it goes.
Absa Africa jersey wearers young Rourke Crusoe and Travis Walker of Team USN. This competition for the All Africa jersey is a real battle, with only 5 minutes and 15 seconds between the top 4 contending teams. Riders wear their jackets till the last minute. The body can lose extra energy while trying to stay warm. The Zebra Leaders jerseys line up. In the men, Grandmasters and Dimension Data Masters, it's still Investec-Songo-Specialized, Mirandal BIXS KTM and Betche NL Superior. New owners today are Team ETIS in the mixed and Ascendus Health in the Sassel women's. The race leaves Oak Valley for the last time in 2015, having spent 2 days exploring the Elgin region. Today they'll head northeast across the Western Cape towards Worcester and witness the transition in landscape from lush vineyards and deciduous orchards to red, arid, semi-desert terrain. Annike Langvad in a Danish cross-country champions jersey leads a bandaged Ariane Kleinhans in a group of top men. They're strong enough to hang in this group and are already gaining time on their rivals Robin de Groot and Jenny Stennehaag. Heinz Zollbach and Barty Bucher, both past winners at the race, wear the purple zebra leaders jerseys in the Grandmasters. Watchful at the front, the Bulls, who are still in the hunt for yellow, 6 minutes and 44 seconds down. Riders tackle Groenlandberg, a regular feature at the Absa Cape Epic, usually at the end of race week. This is the second time in 3 days that they'll be on the famous mountain, which has both raised and broken the hopes and spirits of all who've ridden it. Topeak, Ergon's Hynek and Alban Lakata lying third overall at nearly 7 minutes down on Investec-Songo-Specialized. Darren Little of Ready Blend riding with his 2014 Epic partner Waylon Wilcock, the Absa African red jersey in their sights. Not far behind the elite group, Langvad and Kleinhans putting the heat on. Stenenhaag in the race leader's orange jersey, but evidence already that Robin de Groot might be on a bad day. On the rolling descent of the highest point of the stage, Topeak Ergon take the lead. Alban, Lakata, Kristian, Hynek and Christoph Sauser. Rudy van Hoots is the Dutch half of the multivan Merida team. They're UCI World Cup cross-country stars, but are fast becoming marathon stage race specialists. Ariane Kleinhans leads Team Investec-Songo-Specialized on Groenlandberg. Annike Langvad in perfect sync. The best of the rest, a select group of women, Ascendus Health and Celeronda heroes Coleman and Bigham. Philip Bass of Scott Factory Racing, hoping for a better day today and looking to wrest the Absa Africa jersey from Team USN. The indigenous Fynbos scrub, characteristic of the region. Rather than admire the clumps of rare flora, riders concentrate on avoiding them at high speed. Investec-Specialized are on the downhill. They've already gained over 5 minutes on their rivals on the climb. Former professional, now super casual mountain biker Charles Key is a qualified engineer, now working full-time for a bicycle manufacturer. Team Ascendus Health inherited the orange zebra leaders jerseys last night after Investec-Specialized deviation from the route on stage 2. Katrin Sternman flies on the descent. One of the most skilled bike handlers in the mountain bike circuit. The Swiss rider is world champion in the cross-country eliminator discipline, a 500 to 1,000 meter highly technical race. In her first Absa Cape Epic, she's teamed up with Gunrita Dahlia Flescher. The 25-year-old battles stomach issues in the first 2 days. She's on form now. The hard slog on the steep rollers after Groenlandberg. Topeak, Ergon's Hynek and Alban Lakata. They have to make an impact today to have a chance at overall victory. A saddle's eye view of the race from the GoPro onboard cameras mounted just before the start. Topeak, Ergon's stiff tempo. The field shredded and sorted as the Czech-Austrian combo skims the chaff. USN's Travis Walker, he's still in the mix, but for how long? Hynek, Lakata, Platt, Van Hoots, Hamida, Kulhavy, Sauser, Huber, Kreuzer, Menon and Kess. The speed bewildering. Ariane Kleinhans stamps on the pedals, her massive effort fueled by the frustration of Stage 2's time penalty. The pace is so hard, some of the Dimension Data Masters contenders are under pressure. Investec-Specialized gap back to World Bicycle Relief, Ascendus Health and Celeronda Hero is 8 minutes and growing. Team Assos Wackmannschaft's Karl Zoetmelk leads mountain bike legend and 1996 Olympic champion Bart Brenchens and former age group world champion Abra Azevedo. Former road pro Daniela Nardello tucks in behind. Another legend of mountain biking, Gunrita Dalia Flesher, is a 9-time world champion and 2004 Olympic champion. Large groups offer the members a chance to share the workload, taking turns to ride at the front and break the wind. Trying desperately to join is former Absa Cape Epic champion Esther Sus and Alice Pirard of Team Mirandel Wheeler. Even though multiple world champion Sus has won the race in the mixed and the women's category, she arrived at the start as the underdog, paired with Epic rookie Pirard. From the elation of pulling on the orange Zebra Leaders jersey last night, Robin de Groot is in a gloomy chamber of pain today. Stomach issues sap all of her power, and she bravely fights on. Still in the mix, Scott Factory Racing's base St. Bierkus. They wind through the canopied single track, the shade a sharp contrast to the blazing heat of the semi-desert ahead. All major contenders still bunched together, anticipating a dramatic finale. It's a long stage with many obstacles to overcome on the barren red outskirts of Worcester. Topeak Ergon claim yet another Dimension Data hotspot and the 15,000 Rand bonus for their troubles. Verliesdorp lies ahead and an ascension to the telecommunications mast. The front group has thinned out. It's down to Investec-Songo-Specialized, Topeak Ergon 1 and 2, Multivan Merida, Bulls, and a superb ride from Ready Blend, looking good for Absa African jerseys. This is Darren Lill's third time at the Absa Cape Epic, having retired from the road to race on the dirt. Into the water point, Reciem Specialized arrive with top masters Brenchens and Acevedo, with Fitz and Mines Sim along for company. Kleinhans is keen to get going, knowing that every second counts in their pursuit in regaining the leaders' jerseys. Once again, it's Topeak Ergon keeping the others honest, tapping out a steady rhythm. Clever racecraft from Waylon Wilcock riding at the front enables Ready Blend to control the pace, protecting Lil from radical changes in pace. Lil too has minor stomach issues. Lakata pushes a massive gear on the mast climb. No fireworks yet, with over 60 k's to go. Investec-Songo-Specialized look ready to pounce on any weakness shown by the others. Descending towards Verliesdorp off the top. Previous Absa Cape Epic participants will have ridden these tracks in reverse. So far, there's barely been a moment when Lakata or Hynek haven't been on the front driving the pace. Heading through the vineyards. And Investec-Songo-Specialized have a mechanical. No team is exempt from tyre troubles. On stage 1 it was Lakata, now it's Kulhavy with a slow leak. Calm and collected, they tend to it.
I'll put a bit more in. Not crazy, just normal.
Barely less than 90 seconds lost. Up ahead, Topeak Ergon show little mercy for Investec-Songo-Specialized misfortunes. The pace is white hot. Driving hard is Jeremiah Bishop of Lakata and Hynek's backup team. The American rode the 2007 edition with multiple 24-hour world champion Kristian. The Czech Express Jaroslav Kulhavy stokes the fires, toots the horn and opens the throttle to chase back. The leading group hammers along, Darren Lill dangling on the back. Investec-Songo-Specialized have them in their crosshairs. And the gap is closed, the locomotive fizzing and hissing. A refuel stop lets riders stock up. They're eating and drinking for the next section of the race, and also for tomorrow. Miss a feed now and pay for it for the rest of the week. A swift tyre change for Kulhavy. No risks taken here. Brunfley Dam, a pool of calm as the racing gets frantic. On the limit, inspired, charging, Reciem Specialized go flat out. The gap is over 20 minutes to the nearest contenders in the Sassel women's category. Bigham and Coleman, another team ailing from digestion trouble. But their woes seemingly behind, the World Bicycle Relief's Dahlia and Sterneman power along. Having proved their point as the dominant team in the race, Jaroslav Kulhavy and Christoph Sauser take up a position on the front. Those suffering in the group will groan in pain. They know what's coming next. The increase in pace distances Lil, who's been hanging tough for several kilometres. Hamida is also in a spot of trouble too. Kulhavy leads a shattered field with only the Bulls, Multivan Merida and Topeak Ergon following. The field regroups on the downhills, but the gaps left on the rises give Investec-Songo-Specialized clues as to the state of their competitors. The vistas around Worcester and the Breda River Valley are stunning contrast to those around the start village in Elgin this morning. But these men have no time to admire the landscape. It's heads down and hammering on the dusty trails. A small herd of Gemsbok head for the hills. Worcester is on the horizon. Disaster for the Bulls, a flat to Karl Platt and a damaged rim. The last thing they need with the racing now on a knife's edge so close to the finish, and they don't have a backup team any longer. Tim Burma having withdrawn overnight due to a bad fall on stage 2. Hubert does what he can, but will it be enough? It's another oasis for the riders on this hot and dusty day. They'll do all they can to cool their core temperatures. The wheel issues are worse than Karl Platt and Hubert thought. The tyre plug sealed, but damage to the rim compromised the tubeless system and it's unable to hold any pressure. Platt rides on the rim, perhaps reminding them of their rival Canadel Friedstein heading into Bredasdorp in 2008 under similar circumstances. The brutality of mountain bike racing. Straight into the tech zone goes Karl Platt. Huber assists, with Platt exhausted from the effort of riding with no pressure in his rear tyre. No outside assistance allowed. The riders must repair everything themselves. Kristian Hynek looks completely in control, as does Christoph Sauser and Jaroslav Kulhavy. But Multivan Merida are hiding in the group. This won't go unnoticed by their ruthless competitors. Karl Platt and Huber over 3 minutes back. The path crossing the Brunfley Dam is littered with rocks. Hamida is turning himself inside out to keep in touch. Dropped after yet another surge from Kulhavy, Reddy blends Soldier on 5 minutes back, but more significantly they're 8 minutes ahead of Absa Africa jersey holders Walker and Cruiser. The young cross-country stars finding it a really hard day. Huber drives the train, and Platt still recovering from that stint on his rear rim, sapping his strength. The Olympic champion does as he knows best, blitz it on the flat sections. Lakata was caught behind on the rocky tracks across the Brunfley Dam. Hynek holds on to Investec-Songo-Specialized, hoping that Menon and Bishop can bring him back. Forced to drop back for his partner, Christian Hynek lets Investec-Songo-Specialized continue. An agonizing gap grows. Christoph Sauser gets as aerodynamic as he can. Jaroslav Kulhavy earns his salary 5 times over, then some overtime as he piles it on. Investec-Songo-Specialized at full power. Topeak Ergon at full power too. It's like an individual time trial. They're hoping teammates Menon and Bishop will bridge across. Spaniard Jose Amida hangs on to Rudy van Hootz's wheel for dear life. An admirable effort for the 2010 cross-country world champion, who's clearly not at his best today. Team Recium Specialized have not taken their eyes off the prize for a single second. Already they're virtual leaders of the race, having made back their time deficit before the start. Now it's just a matter of holding on to the end. Former champion Yvonne Kraft and Slovenian Peter Vessel keep their efforts steady and look good in holding on to their green zebra jerseys. But not everyone can ride this one out. Christina Coleman is suffering badly. She and Sally Bigham's race looks to be run. Esther Suss encouraging her partner up the climb. They go beyond Bigham and Coleman. Langvad, the powerhouse on the front in the Recium Specialized team. Kleinhans doing all she can to hang in. Up at the finish at HTS Drosti, the learners, a lucky morning off school, lining the finish straight. And here they come, it's once again Investec-Songo-Specialized, a third consecutive stage win. Kulhavy and Sauser dominant once again. High fives all round. A brave, bold, gutsy display by Alban, Lakata and Kristian Hynek. The deficit less than half a minute. They're up for the fight, and they had great support from their second string, Menon guiding Bishop home after a wretched stage 2. They've shown much better form on stage 3. Satisfaction and another stage win for the great Christoph Sauser.
Yeah, I felt very good, but today's stage was very hot and long. It was longest stage. So yeah, but I mean it was a good stage for us because the tempo was pretty good, not so high, not so low, just constant. Yeah, as said Susie, we had flat tire, but we fixed it very fast, and we have no problem today, and we got victory again, so I mean everything was good.
A truly incredible performance by Investec-Specialized in the Sassel women's race. Seldom has a team ridden with such fierce determination and drive. Starting with a 27-minute deficit, they blew away their rivals with a stunning performance, an outpouring of emotion after their efforts, and it paid off in the best way possible, back in the Sassel race leaders' orange jerseys.
Yeah, it was just plain hard. I must be honest. It was really, really tough for me today. Those flat transition stages, and especially with that amount of sand and rocks and stuff, that's just asking for a lot of power, or it's very hard for me. I'm a bit more happier in the mountains. But Annike just rode incredibly, today she paced so much. I mean, the men could hardly stay on her wheel. And yeah, we're extremely happy to take that stage and take the orange back. That's incredible.
Exhibition of power riding once again from the Czech-Swiss combination. A 34th stage win for Sauser and 8th for Kulhavy. The Bulls finishing out of the top 3 for the first time this week. Ready Blend continue a good week. An astonishing ride by Investec-Specialized, Langvad and Kleinhans finishing 20th amongst all teams. A best stage so far for World Bicycle Relief. Ascendus Health suffered major losses, and previous champion Sally Bigham's challenge is over after Christina Coleman pulled out due to illness. Vessel and Craft on the mix for a second stage in a row. That I mentioned Data Masters, Fitzenmeyer and Sim win by just 12 seconds. Bucher and Zorvach won their 4th stage on the trot. Overall, Investec-Songo-Specialized have a cushion of 7 minutes and 21 seconds over Topeak Ergon. Multibound Merida ready to pounce, 10.52 back. Ready Blend now in the Absa Africa Leaders jersey. The Herculean effort by Kleinhans and Langvad has put them back into the Sassel Women's Race Leaders jerseys with 9 minutes and 18 seconds ahead of Ascendus Health. Vessel and Craft have 7 minutes and 28 seconds over Hasselbacher and Sommer in the mixed. In the closest race of all, Brenchens and Azevedo have a lead of 1 minute and 39 over Sim and Fitzenmeyer in the Dimension Data Masters. After the Windpomp climb, leaving Worcester on stage 4, the field might catch a glimpse of some of South Africa's big 5 animals in the Ferry Glen Private Game Reserve. They head along the Hex River Valley, then back towards Worcester, bracing themselves for 3 steep climbs and gnarly descents.